Good morning, students. Welcome to Mobile Application Development Lab. Today we will go for the program 4, that is develop an application to set an image as wallpaper, and on click of a button the wallpaper image should start to change randomly every 30 seconds. So for the design part we have only changing wallpaper application, that is a text view, and one more button, that is a click here to change wallpaper. So on click of this button wallpaper needs to be keep on changing for every 30 seconds in your emulator. So this is what the fourth program we have in our mobile application development lab. So just turn on your Android Studio. Yes, here you can go for the new project. Select empty activity. You next give the application, since it is program 4 I am going to give this as PRG4. Click finish. Yes, meanwhile before it is just getting load, you better go for download 4 or 5 images and put that in one folder, that is in the whatever, just create one folder and put those images in one folder. So this is what a prerequisite for our application, that is the fourth program. So I've saved this as image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4 and image 5. You just copy these 5 images, just Control C. Okay, go to the Android Studio, that is PG4 what I have. Then go to resource, then click on the drop down button, and here we have drawable. Okay, so just click on drawable. Here you just paste that whatever the images you have copied there, you just click paste here. Here it will ask for two folders, that is one is drawable folder and the another one is drawable v24. Most of our applications will run fine in the drawable folder, and so that we prefer for the drawable folder only. If you didn't get, you can try for the drawable v24 folder. So first I am just going to try in the drawable folder only. Click OK, and it will ask for the refractor. Since those images needs to be visible for us, it will be asking for the refractor. So click OK. So now you can look at here all the 5 images what I have copied, that will be visible here in this. Okay, so this is what the prerequisite for our application. Now come to the design part. Here we have already one hello world will be displaying one text view. So change the text only for this. Since it is changing wallpaper application, I am just going to changing wallpaper application, since it is just a text. Okay, that is going to be displayed here. So I'm just going to drag and drop here somewhere, and if you want to do more changes like the design part, you can go for the text, scroll down in the attribute section. Here you can assign the text in the center, and if you want the capital letters, you can make true, that is text all caps. Then the color, you can choose any of your favorite color you want. Then the size also you can just make it, so 24 sp or whatever, it depends on you. Then I need one more button for this, because on click of this button only the wallpaper needs to get changed. So I'm just to drag and drop this button, and I'm going to give the constraints for that. Why we are going to give the constraint means to fix that button in a proper space once you have run your emulator. So that is the reason we are going to. Then we need to change the text of this button, right? So here I'm going to change that. Click here. Okay, so just a simple, I am giving it as click here. You can give like click here to change wallpaper, anything is fine. I'm just going to make use like this. So which one you prefer, you can give. Then even the text size, I'm going to give it as 24. I think it is fine. So the design part is done. It is very simple. We have given the constraints also, so it is fixed in the activity area. It won't change after you run in your emulator also. If you want, you can run here. So just I will show whether that is fixed in a proper space or not. Okay, meanwhile we will go for the main activity.java and we will be started to code. Okay, by default you are going to get this much of code when you just create your application, right? Okay, it is showing. So meanwhile I will show whether the design what we have done it is in a proper manner or not. Okay, fine. So now I want to make use of this button, right? So meanwhile just go back to that. Here, since on click of this some action need to be performed, right? So that is the reason we are going to give the ID for this, and by default it will be having certain ID. So if you just go to the split option, the corresponding you will be having with the ID also. This is what our button, right? We have button as the ID itself. If you feel that is a confusing one, you can go for the other one. Okay, so 1 minute. Yes, in the attributes you can change in the ID. See here we have button only. If you feel that is confusing, you can change like button underscore wall. Okay, since it is wallpaper you can give any ID, it doesn't matter. So I have given this one, give refractor. Okay, and now the ID has been changed only for the one on clicking of any of a button or any of the text. If it is performing certain action, only for those components we are going to give the ID. Otherwise for this text display and all we will not bother about the IDs. Okay, so now come to the main activity.java, and here I need to give a reference variable corresponding to the XML. So here since we have button, we have given the ID as btn underscore wall, right? So for that object or for that component we need to give the Java reference variable also. So I'm going to create, since that is of the button type, I'm going to give button. So if you get that in red color, don't bother, you just click on show context option. That means right click on your mouse button and click on the show context options. Here it will be asking for us to import class, so just click OK. Okay, so this is what you need to do. And since the Java reference object for this I'm going to make it as a btn, so simply I have given it as btn. Okay, now I am going to make use of one variable which is of the type boolean. Why? Because either this application should be in a running state or it should be in a stop state. That means it will be not running or running. These are the two states we have for this application, right? If it is running, that means that wallpaper is keep on changing. If it is not running, it will be in a constant, that is a static state, right? So that's why we are going to make use of boolean r, whether it is running, or else for your reference you can give it as running also. Then since I have 5 images here, I want to create an array. Why? Because at once, for example, when I just for your mobile only, if you click or if you give the changing of the wallpaper, at a time it is not going to display all the 5 papers or 10 wallpapers it is having. At a time it is going to display only one wallpaper at a time, right? Do you agree? So that is what here we are going to change the wallpaper at a time, only one image is going to change. So for that is the reason we are going to create an array. So I'm going to create int array, that is for the image, that is the image array. So I'm going to give it as IA as the image array generally, and I'm going to create that. So this is what the suggestions it is already giving. and I want to put all the 5 images, right? So since I have stored those 5 images, if you observe in the resource folder, in that within the drawable folder, since I have put all the 5 images, I am going to mention r dot drawable dot what is the name I have given for the image. So image 1 comma r dot drawable dot image 2. So similar way you are going to do for all the images what you have copied. So r dot drawable dot image 3. Fine. I hope you are all understanding this. Then similar way for the 4th image also, r dot drawable dot, see, avoid typing, make use of what all the suggestions it is going to give, no? So make use of that, you won't feel burden. Dot drawable dot image 5. Okay, so terminate that. Okay, so this is what I have created an array, and I have stored all those images in the array, so that it is going to pick one after the other from this array. So now enter to the onCreate method. So we already familiar with the onCreate method. So if you want to do the connection between this Java as well as that is a front end and the back end, we are going to make use of this onCreate method. That means to start the activity here, the onCreate method we are going to use, right? So now I have just the button, that is a Java reference variable for the button what we have used in the XML file. So btn, that is equal to, it is of the type button. So give button, and it needs to find the corresponding XML ID, right? So find view by ID. What is that, where it is storing? R dot ID dot, what is the ID you have given for the button? So btn underscore wall, that is the ID I have given in the XML file for the button, right? So just terminate this, and on click of the button it needs to perform certain action. So btn dot set on click listener of this. So this, as already I explained in my previous videos also, this is a Java keyword where it represents the current instance of a class. Okay, so that is what this, it is giving us, or it is throwing us error. So just make click on this bulb icon, or else you can right click on your mouse button and give show context options. So it is going to give us with the options, and make main activity implement android view dot on click listener. Click on that, then you will get with the on click method. Just click OK. So here you are going to come up with this one. So now it is a on click method. So just enter into the on click method, and I need to check that whether it is in a running state or not. So that is what I need to write. So if that is not in the running state, the false condition I'm going to write first. So if that is not running, if the application, that is representing that it is a application. So if the application is not in a running state, what needs to be happen? Okay, so I'm going to set with the new timer to schedule the task. So new timer method, and I'm going to schedule the task for that. So schedule of new, and I'm creating the method or the object of the class, that is my timer. We are going to make use of that in the next within few minutes, so I will explain that. So my timer, I'm just going to create object of the class, that is my timer class, and this schedule is going to take up with 3 parameters or 2 parameters, it is depending. So just I will show you, wait, my timer, just if you type schedule, so since it is showing in a red mark, just import class. Okay, so now it is going to give us with the suggestion for the schedule. See, if you just start to type schedule after importing the class of timer only, you are going to get these suggestions, otherwise you will not get. So better you clear the error of the timer, that is importing of a class for the timer, then go for the schedule. Here it is going to take 2 or three three parameters. So just click on the three parameters what we have: timer, task, long delay and long period. So just click on that, and here we need to create the object of the class, that is my timer class. We are going to create that class later. So my timer, and what is the delay? Since we have taken three parameters, one is timer task and the another one is the delay. So delay I don't want, so I'm going to give it as 0. Then what is the time period? Here, and the time period, it is nothing but how long it should run. How long it should run, whether it is for a 30 seconds or whether it is for a 3 seconds, you can give. So I'm just giving it as a 3000, so it will be in the milliseconds. Just give this. Okay, so now I want to make that running as true. Before it was false, that means it was not running. Now I'm scheduled that and I'm making that to run. And now you click on this my timer show context option. Here it is asking for us create class my timer. Click on that. And in the same package, you are not going to create in any folder. Here you are going to create in the same, it is a inner class. So click OK. Oh sorry, it has been created here and we don't want that. It should be a inner class. So to avoid the communication between the other two classes, we don't want that. So just in the app I'm going to delete that. So delete this, delete anyway. Okay, again it is showing the error. So click show context option. Here create inner class, give create inner class my timer. So here in the same file it is going to create the class. So my timer extends timer task. Now I want to run the application, right? See, why we are going to make use of this timer classes: when the application is changing, the correspondingly timer needs to be run, right? So for the 30 seconds, it needs to be after 30 seconds the display of that wallpaper which is currently, for example, if the image one is currently displaying, after 30 seconds it should get changed for the another wallpaper, right? So for that reason we have the my timer class. So that is going to be make use of, or that is going to be responsible for the changing of the wallpaper to the next images, since I have 5 images, right? So now come or enter within this. See, here it is showing in the red mark. So just click on the show context options. Here implement method, it should implement run method. So that's why give implement methods. So it is going to ask for run. So click OK. So the run method is going to be automatically implemented here. And now after implementing this run method, sometimes the wallpaper application may not run, or it may not be change the wallpaper. So in order to avoid, or in order to handle the exception, we are going to give the try and catch blocks for this in order to handle the exceptions. So try, we will be making use of wallpaper manager. So that is already available. It is a class, and I'm going to create a object of the class, that is wallpaper manager, that is equal to the object, that is wallpaper. Need to give enough capital letters, it is case sensitive. So wallpaper manager, and I want to get the instance of this wallpaper manager, right? So just get instance. That means presently what all the images I have changed here. So among those only it needs to change. So that's the reason I have given it as get instance. Then in that get base context. So that is what we are going to take. And if you want any information, you can just mouse over on a particular whatever the word we have, like wallpaper manager. See, if you just look at here, it provide access to the system wallpaper, or within wallpaper manager you can get the current wallpaper. So that is what we have put now in the drawable folder. So that can be accessible with the help of this. Fine. Then get instance. So just mouse over on this get instance. So this is retrieving of a wallpaper. As I told, we may come across certain errors or certain exceptions. So that is the reason, since we need to retrieve the wallpapers or retrieve the images what we have stored in the image array, we are going to make use of get instance. And it is going to take us with the parameter, that is get base context. So the base context as set by the constructor or set base context, it is going to return whatever it is retrieving for. And this is what in the try block, and how it is going to retrieving, it is going to retrieve randomly. I am going to make use of random because I didn't specify from the beginning only it needs to read like image 1, image 2, image 3, randomly it can pick. So that I'm going to make use of random, import that class, so random, and I'm going to create the object of the class random, that is equal to new random. Okay, yes. So now this, with the help of this wallpaper manager only, I need to retrieve or I need to um, set the wallpaper, right? So for that purpose, wallpaper manager dot set bitmap. So just set bitmap, if you just it is a method, and this set bitmap is going to take up with the parameters bitmap factory. If you didn't get, you just type that bitmap factory, yes, bitmap factory, and I want to decode that resource. So decode resource, decode resource, and need to give, I want to retrieve what are those resources. So here this decode resources will be having with the parameters, that is two parameter, one is get resource and the another one is what. So resources from where we need to take and what we are taking, so that is going to be specified in the decode resource. Okay, so get resource, that means from where we are getting that resource, that is the images, and along with that what I am taking, that is stored in the image array, right? So images I am retrieving, so image array, and that in turns take with randomly it needs to take up. So random dot next int, and since I have only 5 images, it needs to bound to only 5. So that is what a bound. Okay, if you have 10 images, you can give the bound as 10 here. So within that only it is going to take. And since I have make use of this try, I need to make use of catch to handle the exception. So catch block, right? So just open that and close that. And catch of what, if it is a IO exception or what, just specify that. Okay, so this is what we need to give, and here it is giving us with a red mark. And add permission, that is one important thing. See, when you want to change the wallpaper and all, we need to give the permission. So once you have typed this one, it is asking for us to retrieve those images and it needs to randomly change, right? So that's why it is asking permission. So here once you have clicked on this add permission set wallpaper, you just give that, or else you are going to Android manifest file, that is click on the manifest folder, the downward arrow mark, just open this Android manifest, and here the permission has already been set since I have given here. Now we will run that application. So this is what a simple application for a click here to change wallpaper. So let us know, let us get this emulator. I have just run that and it is installing. Let's wait for some time. So now the launch has been succeeded, and click here to change the wallpaper, to click whether, sorry, to know whether the wallpaper is getting changed, we need to click here. And once you clicked here, you are going to minimize this one. Okay, go to the home screen. Yes, so this is one image, and if you look at here, it is keep on changing for 30 seconds. See here, this is the second wallpaper we are getting, and randomly it is choosing, so that's why it is coming repeatedly. Yes, now it has been another wallpaper. So this is how we are going to do the wallpaper application, and the important thing here is you need to give the permissions properly. So in the Android manifest file, this should be there, users permission Android name. So if you don't have this, once you have typed this one, that is this line, that is wallpaper manager, to retrieve the resources and to change it randomly. So once you have typed this line, you're going to get with the error, that is it throws exception for us. If you look at here, it is going to be throw us with the error before, right? So that is what you can click here, and you can get with the show context option, and automatically it is suggested to set the permission. If not, if you didn't get that option, you can type this one also. So just I will show how to. I open this angular bracket, type users permission. Here it is automatically it is going to give along with the Android wallpaper. Since it is set wallpaper, you need to just set wallpaper. If you just look at here, you are going to get this. Okay, so this is how, and close the tag. So this is how you need to give the permission, so that you are going to get this one properly. I hope you people like this video, and if you have any queries, you can put a query in the comment section, or in, so that the description, you can go through the description also. And thank you all. Subscribe to our channel to get more updates on the Android lab programs. Thank you all.